A guide to cutting finger joints. Looking to show off your artistry as a woodworker? Mastering the craft of finger joint woodwork is an excellent way to do it. Finger joint woodworking is a simple, beautiful method of creating interlocking joints to connect wood. Finger joinery is a relatively straightforward process. Yet, it is easy to make mistakes when you are just starting. This guide will take you through the process of how to cut finger joints using a simple jig you can make yourself. Types of finger joints. Before getting started, you will need to decide which type of finger joint is best suited to the project at hand. Most often, a woodworker will use finger joints when joining two pieces of wood, such as baseboards. You might also see finger joints in floorboards and door frames. Finger joints often get confused with box joints. You would use a box joint to connect the corners of a box or drawer. You'll also see box joints in old-fashioned coffee grinders. You can tell the difference between finger and box joints because finger joints are more delicate and narrow than box joints. However, there is disagreement about the use of the terms among woodworking professionals. The three types of finger joints are the square finger joint, the step finger joint, and the slanted cut finger joint. Square finger joint. The square finger joint is one of the most common finger joints used by woodworkers. It is comprised of different wood stocks joined end to end. The trick with square finger joints is that the maximum strength of the joint is equal to the strength of the interlocking fingers. With that in mind, consider that the fingers contain half the strength of their joining boards. Stepped finger joint. The stepped finger joint involves stacking multiple different sizes of saw blades before cutting. With a strong enough glue, the stepped finger joint increases the strength of its fingers to 2/3 the strength of the wood. Slanted cut finger joint. Making a slanted cut finger joint requires a bit of trigonometry. You will need to set your blade tilt to a predetermined angle. Slanted cut finger joints can be tricky to set up and require precise calculations to work correctly. Finger joint woodwork, getting started. Once you've determined what kind of finger cuts you'll be making, it's time to set up your workspace. All experienced woodworkers know the importance of preparing their woodworking environment before starting a project. Not an experienced woodworker? Check out this essential guide to woodworking for beginners. You don't need to be an expert woodworker to create quality finger joints. To get started, clear your workspace of any obstacles or debris. You should also make sure your work table or workbench is sturdy and level. Gather your tools and organize them so you know where they are when you need them. This will streamline the process.